Fear. Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. Fear is universal. Fear can be reasonable or without any reason. Fear is one of the most common and mysterious emotions experienced by mankind. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. Each of us must confront our own fears. How we handle our fears will determine where we go with the rest of our lives. Fear is nothing more than an obstacle that stands in the way of progress. In overcoming our fears, we can move forward stronger and wiser within ourselves. There is no illusion greater than fear. Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will certainly do. Everything you want is on the other side of fears. Bravely overcoming one small fear gives you the courage to take on the next. This short story is about a tortoise who by confidence has overcome the fear of monster. Once upon a time there was a tortoise that was on ship. One day ship sank. Tortoise swam for a long time and reached a deserted island. The landside where tortoise came led up to a big steep craggy mountain. Tortoise was tired from long swimming. He looked around but there was nothing on land to eat. To avoid starving to death, Tortoise decided to climb to top of mountain, hoping that he can find something to eat on the other side of the mountain. Tortoise started to climb and finally reached the top of the mountain that was totally covered with snow. Because of the snow, he was freezing with cold. Suddenly, a snowstorm started. Tortoise struggled hard but managed to make out a small pathway leading towards the other side of mountain. On the path, Tortoise saw from far that it was guarded by a big monster which was making a lot of noise. Tortoise was terrified to death. Hearing the noise, Tortoise was so scared that he wanted to hide his head inside his shell, but he controlled his fear and looked around. He saw that many other animals were lying dead. Tortoise understood that they all died due to unbearable cold. Tortoise understood that if he stayed there for a long time, then he will die too. He knew he had to find a way to escape from that place soon. He rallied his spirit and gathered courage to move forward. Moving forward means he had to face that monster to cross that path which leads to other side of the mountain. As Tortoise started walking towards Monster changed shapes. When Tortoise came very close to Monster, suddenly he realized that it was actually a large pile of rocks which looked like Monster from afar. Those rocks were gathered in such form that made shape like monsters. While standing there, Tortoise realized that sound he heard from far was just sound of wind blowing through a small cave. Overcoming the fear of monster, Tortoise felt confident and carried on his journey and eventually descended into a beautiful valley where he found plenty of food and water. Now, what is the moral of this story? By avoiding any situation, one cannot face the challenges of life. Something or the other will change us. It will create fear and insecurity in us. The only way to deal with the fear is to face it with all strength and fear. In fact, most of the fears will be imaginary. Every problem has a solution. When our mind is clouded with fear, we cannot act rationally and wisely. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Don't let the fear of striking out hold you back. Don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. Do what you fear and your fear disappears. He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. You gain strength, courage and confidence by your experience, in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. The brave man is not he who doesn't feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Now the choice is yours. Courage is the power of the mind to overcome fear. The key to change is to let go of fear. The first step to success is only to overcome fear. Thanks for watching this video. For more interesting videos like this, please do like, share and subscribe our channel.